What's up? What's the word?
It's your boy Cody Mack here with another episode of What's the Word. And today, here chilling at DTLI Studios, I have the beautiful, talented, hometown R&B, rising, soon-to-be diva of this industry.
Thank you, Dad.
Miss Feather in the building with me.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How you feeling today?
I feel good. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I'm good.
You've been doing press for the past, 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So
crazy out here in these streets.
It's crazy in these streets. Yeah. So this is like your first press run, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my first time. So we gonna get it done. We good.
Okay. Like how are you feeling doing like this time? Like you are an artist now. Like well, you always been an artist, but it's like it's really hitting you.
Yeah,
like
it's coming to life. Like
I was in the interviews yesterday, and I'm just seeing the energy and just around you and the people like how things was going. It seems like you was I won't say nervous, but you was like really anxious and excited about this journey you could take.
Yeah. I've never did nothing like this before, so I'm just trying to take everything in and like just learn as I keep going because I'm new to this.
Okay, so we're gonna speak on you being new to this, right? So,
excuse me.
For the people, my audience that may not know you, who is Heather?
Fella.
This
It's okay.
Because I came in like.
Well, I'm an upcoming R&B singer from, Chicago. And, I'm new in the business. Like, I'm a signed artist to Motown. So, I'm a new artist. And, I just dropped my first single, Juke. Out here in these streets, stream that shit. Damn, my bad. I just coughed.
girl, you can cough.
I know. I was just like, excuse me. Corona going around. People like, damn.
No, you talk.
I'm good. But I'm just an upcoming R&B singer from Chicago, and I'm just trying to make it out here in these streets.
All right, so for everybody at home watching and listening, so when I do these interviews, it's complete transparency, right? So today has been an interesting day, you know what I mean? So shout out to Harold's Chicken, you know what I mean? They providing the lunch for the day. Your boy, they get some food.
I love me some Harold's. Mild South.
So midway through this interview, so what happened is Harold's Chicken hit me up, y'all. So it ain't nothing going on. Ain't no awkwardness going on. Feathers on top of her game. So, but with that though, since we on Chicago, Harold's Chicken, you currently live in the LA right now, right?
Yeah, I just moved there.
What do you miss most about being in Chicago?
My number one thing I miss the most is the food. I'm not gonna lie. And I ain't calling shit on LA food, but man, it's nothing like Chicago food. Like, we don't miss when it comes to the pizza, to the Italian, to Chinese food, to soul food. Like, you just don't miss in Chicago, and the food out there is just not hitting. Like, I miss food. Like, when I came out here last night, I'm like, I gotta hit up everything. While I'm out here.
What was the first spot you hit up?
Man, damn. I didn't get a chance to get Rosati's. I like Italian Fiesta. Rosati's is a pizza place.
Oh, Italian Fiesta 47
Yeah,
Lake
yeah,
Park.
Yeah, I ain't had a chance yet, but obviously Harold's, like, that's number one place I'm going to. But like, we don't have like nothing out there at all.
I thought y'all got a Harold's out there in LA.
We do in Hollywood Boulevard, but they charging $12 for a 4-piece, so y'all can keep that. $12 for a 4-piece.
Never.
Yes, I'm not folding, baby. But they do got fried pickles. They got pizza puffs. They got all that though.
Okay, so you're not a real Harold's. I've never heard fried pickles at Harold's. Even though
it's new to the menu.
People at home, I like fried pickles, but
I love fried pickles too. That's what I'm like.
That's not a Chicago thing.
Yeah, that's not on the menu out here. So they had to switch it up.
We definitely have to switch it up. So the energy in the room today is amazing, and so you back at home. It's like I'm gonna keep touching on the energy because like the key thing about it last night, right? So, just get more people with backstory. So we was kicking it all last night, at the beginning of your press run, and I was gonna do my interview last night at the spot, But
Yeah.
just the energy and like after you got done with your first one, like the energy and just vibing, like people networking and it was kicking it.
Right.
It didn't feel right to just do an interview after that.
I feel you on
It
that.
felt
Yeah.
like this was the time for everybody.
Yeah, everybody start chilling after that and drinking and stuff.
Getting to know each other and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's gonna play a big role of everybody working together and also helping Feather become the next star. It's not like we got memories. We got like we all on one accord when it comes to you.
Yes, it was a beautiful, like it was a fun. It was like a meet and greet too. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
never met like half of the people in the room, so it was exciting. Everybody had great energy. Everybody was beautiful. Just it was a vibe last night.
It was a vibe, man. It was
I
a vibe.
loved it.
Make sure y'all check out them interviews, especially for my homegirl Bruce Pacific at Power 92.
Yeah, girl, I love you. I love you.
All right. So we go. So as we getting back to you being at the crib, right? So you a singer from Chicago. We got that part, but what people don't know is that you have a history with Jeremih.
Yes.
So you can't be. It's one thing to be a singer from Chicago. It's another thing to have a be a singer from Chicago with a relationship with Jeremih. So can you touch on that?
Yes. So I met Jeremiah back when I was like 9 years old. Like him and my sister was best friends. Like they met at U of I. You know, they was out there kicking in like champagne. And she told him like, my little sister, she sings, she could play instruments. Like you should check it out because he could play keys too. You know, he sing like he cold. And one day, you know, he came and saw me. He was like, man, your sister cold. She cold. I'm gonna come back and get her like when I blow up. And I'm like, this crazy. This before he, you know, even put out birthday sex. So I thought, you know, people be capping when they say that. And I'm like, nah, he ain't. You know, people just be saying shit. But literally right when he started like going crazy, he actually called me and he was like, yo, I could fly you to LA, you know, help you with your music career. And I'm like, really? Like the next day he got me a ticket and then like he took me under his wing. And from there, like he took me to the studio. He took me on tours with him. We did the J. Cole Forest Hill Drive tour. I went to Australia with him, like overseas, like everywhere you could think of. Like he took me and he was just like showing me the ropes, like taking me everywhere. And that was kind of like how I got started for real, because I'm like, I never performed in front of 30,000 people before. Like I went from performing in front of like my high school gym to the 30,000 people, and I'm like, this is crazy. But it happened overnight, and like from there, like, you know, it kind of set me up to where I'm at now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So I was while I'm doing my research, right? Like you say, he took you on tour.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to find more records of you. Like we got the Juke record. We're gonna discuss that record and just how iconic that record is and how important that is to the culture here at the crib.
I actually have a feature with Jeremiah too on his album
That's
called
what
Late Night.
That's what I was pulling up. I was trying to let you know. See, like okay,
That's
like,
a hidden gem, baby. A hidden gem.
Yeah, I was pulling up the Idea record, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
That's like one of my favorite records on the album though.
Right. That's a classic. Now that's a classic album.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be one of the very few features on that classic album?
It was crazy because when he called me, he was like, yo, Fetty. He called me Fetty. He be like, yo, Fed, how you feel like being on my album? Like, what you want to sing? I'm like, yeah, I want to sing. Like, so he took me to CRC and downtown, and he was like, he showed me this song, and I loved it. I'm like, damn, this shit hard. So he told me to get in the booth, and it's like my first time like actually having a feature, even recording like for real on somebody else's song. Like everything was kind of like for me. So like I never had a feature before. So I went in there, I cut it, and everybody loved it. They was like, yeah, that shit hard. So they kept it on there, and I was hoping like he kept the song on the album because you know they going through their list. And then I saw Idea was on there, and I'm like, yo, I made it. And after that, like it was lit. It was super lit. We got to perform it like one time at U of I too. So that was dope. It was dope.
Oh, did you attend college?
See, I went 1 year, but then I dropped out. School is not for me. Like, it's not for everybody because I kind of knew what I wanted to do. So I was like, this pointless. It's too pointless. So I left. And I'm glad I did because if I didn't, I wouldn't have went on tour. Because right after I did that, that's when he called me. Like, yo, I got you. I can get you this. I get you that. So that's how that happened.
Okay, dope. You got to accept your call and you know what's for you. And that's dope. That, like, you got to take that leap of faith as well.
Man, for real. For real, because baby.
So what was like the craziest moment on tour?
What? Damn. I got a lot of stories, y'all. It was reckless. No, but it was fun. But the craziest moment, man, I don't even know. Like, this kind of hard because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to really think about this. I mean, we definitely went to like so many after parties, and like hella shit used to go on. Like I saw so many fights, like breakout fights. I think we was in Dubai. It was people fighting in the club in Dubai. Like, it was just crazy. I guess like that was pretty
Fighting
much
in the club in Dubai.
Yeah, like fighting in the club in Dubai. Like the Arabs, Egyptians, like Arabs or whatever. they out there. They just start balling, like going crazy. And I'm sitting there, I almost got hit. And like Jeremiah, he like pushed me out the way, and like they just started pushing, shoving each other, and I'm like, oh my God, I got right up out the way, baby. But that was probably like the craziest stuff. Opposed to like, I mean, like, you know, the parties, you know, strip clubs and shit, but you know, that's normal. But yeah, that was probably the craziest thing of fighting Dubai and almost getting smacked. So
Before we get off Jay, because you know, Jeremiah is like one of those mysterious people.
Yeah.
Like, not too many people know about him. Not too many
like
people talk
to be
to.
seen.
So it's like everybody hear from him from third parties. So like, what was like what's one of your standout Jeremiah moment that not too many people, like something that not too many people know about? Like, what's your standout moment just being around him?
He got a beautiful heart. Like, people don't really see that, you know, that soft like part of him. Like, they just, you know him as an R&B singer, but he has a good heart. Like, for real. Like, he was a blessing to me in my life. So like, he like a real one, like for real. Like, he's just beautiful. When he believe in you, like he gonna do whatever in his power to put you in a position. And like, he's just a genuine person, for real. His personality, he dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I met him not too long ago. We supposed to be locking in on some with some music. So,
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm gonna get him up here soon.
Oh, he better come.
Alright. So
Yeah.
we gonna transition into you being signed by Motown.
Yes.
So I feel like when we talk about energy and God working in full circle, Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson is like your favorite artist, right?
Yeah.
So so how does it feel to get signed by the label that gave them their career?
At first, I couldn't believe it. Like, it didn't really hit me right away until I had went to Motown, had a red carpet event for one of the documentaries that came out, and Stevie Wonder was there. And I am like starstruck. I'm like, wait, that's Stevie Wonder. He's sitting like a row in front of me. Like, we was in a real movie theater. It was the Supremes was there, Smokey Robinson. I think Barry Gordy might have been there. I can't remember, but
Did he see you?
he didn't see me, but his cousin saw me. He was taking pictures of me all night. I'm like, hold on, this Barry Gordy cousin. So I was going crazy, and he looked just like him too. So I was like, wait, is that him? But I got to meet, Smokey and Stevie. Like, I shook his hand. Like, that was, at that point, I was like, like, it was amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it. And that point is kind of when it hit me. Like, well, I'm in a room with all these legends, like really legends from back in the day, like Motown, the people who created Motown, like made it to what it is right now. So being signed to it, it's just, I'm so like grateful. Like, it's an amazing feeling. It's unbelievable.
So what was it like when did you get a chance to talk to Stevie?
Not really. Like, we had maybe like a 2-second convo. It was kind of like, this is Feather. She's an artist out of Motown. And I shook his hand, and he was like, nice to meet you. And I gave him a little hug. And I just let him go after that. I was nervous. Because it's Stevie Wonder. Not too many people got to meet him. Like, that was amazing. But yeah.
You think Stevie can see?
Man, everybody be saying that, like, he be faking it. Ooh, they say he be faking it, and I'm like, he walk real good by himself to be blind. He was working up, like, he was going down the hallway. I don't think nobody was holding his arm or nothing when I saw him, but he might be faking it. I don't know.
I don't know. I heard a story where Shaq said he knew it was him when he got on the elevator. That tripped me out.
I ain't dead. Yeah, I heard some stories about that too.
Yeah. Shout out to Stevie, man.
Yeah, we love you, boy. We love you. You're a living legend.
All right, so now you around all these legends. You signed to legendary Motown, right? Mm-hmm. What was the what led you to signing to Motown?
It was kind of my manager, Mickey Halstead. he knew Tank and Jay Valentine, who's R&B Money, and they're the ones who put me in a position to get signed to Motown. So they knew the president out there, Ethiopia, and they got me a meeting. And it was crazy because it was on her birthday, so she took the meeting for me, and I was like, wow. And we walked up in there, I played a couple records, and instantly she was like, I want to sign her. So I just got signed off of a couple records. Obviously, I was just myself. I was nervous. Like, I don't think I slept that night. My stomach was hurting. You got to use the bathroom when your stomach starts to bubble. So I was nervous all night long. And I got up in there, and the vibe, like, she was cool as hell. Like my cousin or my sister or something. So it wasn't no pressure like that. And I just played the records, and I got signed right away.
Okay.
Right away.
Okay. Did you feel any pressure, like when you used to, like, 'cause you walking through the doors of Motown, like that's
yeah, and all the pictures, all the grace on the wall. You got Marvin Gaye, the Jackson 5, the Supremes.
Like,
boy, yeah, I was nervous. I was sweating. My palms was like this, sweating. It was a wreck. I was a wreck, but it kind of went away when I got in the office and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it was kind of natural.
Alright, so I'm gonna ask you a question because we were just talking about this before we started rolling. So we on Motown, right?
Yeah.
So do you be? I can't even get it out. I can't even get it out without laughing. But your crush on Michael Jackson.
Oh, so, you heard that?
Yeah, you gotta. That's not only is this not your favorite artist. One of your favorite artists, you have a crush on him.
Yes, and people think I'm crazy. And then they gonna ask me, like, which one, the white Michael Jackson or the black Michael Jackson? Like, baby, in high school, everybody knew, like, that was my man. I was telling everybody, like, man, if Michael didn't die, I was gonna marry him. Like, I love him. Like, all my binders had Michael Jackson in the front folder. You know how you could put the pictures in there? Like, I'm flipping this. Michael Jackson was my dividers. Like, I was obsessed. But he definitely my celebrity crush, y'all. I love both of them. Black, white, just give it to me, baby. Give it to me.
Just give it to me.
Yeah, give it to me. I don't care. I love him. But that black one, that black Michael Jackson was all that, baby. All that. I love him.
That's crazy. Mike like 40 years older than you.
Right? That's okay, baby, because that man is everything. He's so talented. Yes.
Okay.
People like, man, she crazy for that one.
I can't really go into detail like Frank Robb did. I just want to throw that out there. Like, that was a crazy interview.
Yeah, that was something else.
Yeah, y'all make
I
sure
love her
y'all go check that out. Shout out to Frankie.
Yes.
So I wanted to speak on. So you signed to Motown. They have there's the CEO is a woman, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Was that important to you to sign to a label that had a female at the top?
Yes, that was another reason why I was like, I didn't even look or even ask about another label, because when I found out, like, the president, Motown was a woman, I was like, wait, that's hell yeah. Why wouldn't I, like, take that opportunity? And then when I met her, it was like an automatic like this. Like, she was so dope. And you would think, like, you scared of her, like, oh, she got power, but no, she's just like regular. She was just amazing. I think for her to have the position she has now is just unbelievable and like an inspiration for me. Yeah.
So as far as just women in the industry right now, like, who are some artists that you look up to?
Wow, Beyonce for sure. Like, when I was little, like, that's who I studied. Like, besides Michael Jackson, I studied Beyonce every day. Like, every day. Like, I would make my mom and daddy and my friends sit in the living room, and I used to study the Beyonce experience, and I used to, like, sing word for word, move for move, and a DVD would be playing in the background. They were like, wait, she did not just do the exact same thing as she did. So I studied Beyonce, like, to the bone, like, for real. And she was, like, one of the reasons why I wanted to be an entertainer.
Okay.
A singer, but yeah, Beyonce is definitely my number one. I love her.
I could see the Beyonce. What was crazy is I was like, yo, for some reason yesterday looking, I'm like, yo, she remind me of Janet Jackson.
Really?
Yes.
I never got that before.
Yeah. Remind me of Janet Jackson just had like Janet's just so sweet and nice and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I want to meet her so bad because she the closest thing I could get to Michael.
That's
She the closest
so
thing.
So you gonna use the sister to get to the brother? That's
right,
crazy.
baby.
That is
Okay.
That is crazy. All right.
Man.
All right. So now we're gonna get to. We're gonna get into some R&B stuff. I got some R&B questions for you. I'm gonna holler at you back. But I want to get into you transitioning into Chicago. And I got overlooked because Mariah be on me when it comes to them questions. She be, make sure you ain't get what you asking now. I love Mariah though. Shout out to her. So transitioning to Chicago, right? So why did you feel that you had to leave Chicago? Or did you feel like you had to leave Chicago? Let me rephrase that. Did you feel like you had to leave Chicago?
No, not right away. Like, not right away. I felt like I didn't have to leave right away. But as soon as I had got signed to Motown, and this was before the pandemic, like Jay Valentine, Tank, and the people from Motown, they wanted me to move to LA. I guess, it's more opportunity. You in the mix now, and like, flying back to Chicago and there, it was probably too much. So I feel like I could have stayed here, but I feel like I got more opportunity being in LA.
Okay.
So
what are some of the opportunities that you came across being in LA that you feel like you wouldn't have got in Chicago?
I had the chance to be on a remix with Tank and Chris Brown on the ain't it crazy? He did a remix to his song Dirty. Okay. And Tank threw me on there and I'm like, wait, what? And he was like, Chris Brown on here too. And I'm nervous. And this is like maybe the day after I flew to LA. So it was immediately. So as soon as I got there, I got the opportunity to be on the remix. So that right there just says lack. I probably wouldn't had it being out here. Yeah, so
shut me up.
No.
You can't pass up on stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
I feel like that's interesting though, because you just said how you mentioned it, Tank. Like I just had Josh Can here like a few weeks ago, and he was just telling me the same way how like Tank was showing him love. Have you met with Josh K, singer from Chicago?
Yeah. I heard of him. I haven't met him yet though.
Yeah, y'all gotta connect. I'm gonna make sure y'all.
Yeah,
connect.
I have been hearing good stuff about him. Like a lot of people talk about him.
Josh K is dope, and he one of the next ones coming out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he an R&B singer.
R&B going crazy. And make sure y'all watch that interview too right after y'all watch this interview. You know what I'm saying? Me and Josh K. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Josh K going crazy. But he was just saying that like Tank was like opening his arms to him, showing him the ropes when he moved from Chicago to LA. So shout out to Tank for that. Yeah,
Tank is another one. He just so sweet. He's so sweet. He just helping people left and right, man.
Right. What was some of the best advice he given you?
Best advice is like be myself. Like he has a bubbly personality too. He funny, obviously. He a clown. He a little comedian, and he was just like, I think that was one thing he really loved about me too. Besides singing and stuff, it was just like be yourself. Like we kind of like the same in the goofy department. So he was like, that's what's gonna like have people like fall in love with you. Is just you be yourself. So that was like the best advice I could have. Yeah,
did he talk to you about the if you give another man hit, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gay type stuff?
I ain't
was that him being himself? Like I gotta know.
He was. It was crazy because that interview when he said that, like, I guess the blogs, they took the part out. They didn't even hear what he said before that, and it wasn't like he was really trying to say that, but it was like you had to hear the whole interview. Nah, he wasn't saying that, but he do be saying some wild stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, nah. But nah, he just be playing. But people obviously take it completely different. So, but nah, he ain't on that shit. He ain't crazy.
I had a chance to meet Tank and
he real. He's solid. He's solid.
He's solid. Mm-hmm. He gotta quit taking these bathroom pics though with his shirt off.
I ain't dead. That's how he do his shit. He gonna show them titties. He gonna show them titties. That's one thing he gonna do.
He showing out.
Right, on stage. That's one thing he gonna just show that shit off. I'm like, boy.
I wanted to live my life.
I got informed.
I got vaccinated. These are our stories.
Yeah, for everybody, sponsors watching, listening, that is exactly where your ad can go right there. Mickey hosted, Mickey's. If you hear me, ad can go right there.
He like, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about?
I heard my name. What y'all talking about? What y'all
Shout out
talking
to
about?
Mick. Shout out to Mick, man. He in the building. You know what I'm saying? Good dude. I rock with Mick.
Yes.
But all right. So we getting back to you being in the career. So I guess my thing is with you. I want to tap your. I want to pick your brain on R&B and R&B artists from the city of Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. Because you classify yourself as an artist from Chicago.
Yeah.
You still rep the career, right?
Mm-hmm,
Of course, with a record like Juke.
Feel me, baby. That's
I was with Josh K, and he was saying like, yo, he don't feel like the city pushes R&B enough. What is your thought process? What is your thoughts on that?
I agree. Out here, I feel like they shine a light more on drill. Like you hear Chicago, it's like the drill rapping is like overpowering R&B, and like we kind of haven't had like the next R&B star from Chicago in years. Like the last person you could really say is Jeremih. Like that's how I see it. I don't see no females like really popping out here on the R&B side, or males. So that's one thing I feel like was missing. Mm-hmm. So here I come. but yeah, I feel like we definitely missing that R&B. That R&B is really more towards drill out here.
So what do you feel like you gonna do different to change people's minds?
Damn, that's a good question. Damn. I just feel like my music itself don't sound like nobody else. Mm-hmm. So I feel like after not hearing no real female artists come out here and like my sound, bringing my sound, it's kind of like gonna make everybody like, oh, who's that? And like my own twist to it. It's not like I have songs that is strictly R&B, but I also put like a little, hip hop twist to it too. So it's a little different. You're gonna get both worlds into it.
Okay. I'm digging it. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how we got with the Juke record, because, Juke is hip hop.
Yeah, and R&B.
So you mixed you took a classic DJ Rashad Juke that record and made it into an R&B record.
Yeah.
And I love the video. We got the video playing in the back. You just.
I see you.
You took it straight Chicago, had all the top Chicago influences in it, so that was dope.
Yeah.
So we on Juke. We done heard the story of Juke on other interviews we got before, right?
Yeah.
So we got that part down, right, Pat. I want to know, what's your craziest memory at a Juke party? Chicago Juke party used to get wild.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay. I got one for you. So I had went to a Juke party with my sister, and I was like, I was like maybe like 10 years old, 9, 10, and I've never been to a Juke party yet. That's crazy as hell, right?
Okay, how old is sister? You got to give me back to her.
She's 6 years older than me, so if I'm 10, she like 16. 10. Yeah, she way older than me. Like,
I'm not judging. I'm just letting you know.
I'm weak. But like, my mama was on there. Like, my mama Mexican, so she was like, you can't. She was like really protective of us, and she didn't let my sister go to the party unless she brought me.
Okay.
So she's like, you can't go unless you bring your little sister. My sister pissed. She's like, damn. So I came in there, and I've never seen like people juking. Like the niggas on the walls, they juking. Like the girls going crazy. They holding up, they girls holding them up, and I'm like, what is this? And so I walk in there. I walk up in there, and like it's dark. And like they playing juke music, like hip roll, and it's going crazy. My sister like, you sit right there. So she made me sit on the steps. So I'm watching them going crazy. My sister was like, come here. She made me do the cry baby on the floor in front of everybody. But it was funny as hell. And I was like crazy on the floor doing the cry baby. Everybody like, hell no. And so like I can remember that shit from day one. Like I remember it like. That was a crazy night. I'm like, damn, I'm just out here. Because I used to do that at the crib, but I ain't never did that in front of people. So that stuck in my brain.
That was a lit first Juke party, right?
Yeah. Shout out to my sister Jasmine.
Yeah, my first Juke memory is not that cool.
Oh. we gonna talk about that.
But so we in the era where they say like you kind of like over sexualize women. I'm gonna get a little deep here right quick. And and you think about Chicago, I think as a male in Chicago, they push sex on us early, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you talk about you being 10 at a juke party and
seeing like
juking is juking.
Yeah.
Do you feel like our culture? Do you feel like that kind of set us up to be like, you know, to think about stuff like sex first and not love? And I mean, you're in R&B, like you R&B is traditionally is love, but now it's just really just about sex. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I definitely think that's a big part of it, because now kids, like back in the day, I feel like music, they talked about sex, but like you ain't really know what people was talking about, because it was kind of like metaphorical. And now you straight up saying, I'm finna do this, you know, I don't want, can I say dirty words, like, I'm gonna suck a dick, you know, I'm gonna eat this pussy, like, you know, that shit just out there now, and the kids listening to it. So I feel like, you know, they curious, you got the internet, you know, you see everything on there. So I feel like they definitely sexualize it way more in the music videos, you know, all of that, you know, is like play into it. So I definitely feel like, yeah. I don't know if that answered the question.
I mean, it gave good perspective on some stuff, you know. I mean, just Chicago, I just know, like, we real with it, like, we different.
Oh, yeah. So, like, it's different out here.
Like, girls would... I always felt like Juke was like having sex on the dance floor.
For real though, like that's exactly what it is. It's grinding. You grind on the dudes, but I feel like now we don't really juke. It's a twerking. Like everybody twerking.
I have no problem with
shaking
twerking.
that ass, shaking that
ass. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like it switched though. Like people don't juke no more. They twerking like all day. So,
just keeping it like on that note, have you ever been in a situation as being a woman in this industry where someone has taken like that situation overboard? Like, yo, I'm just dancing, I'm just doing my thing, and they just a man overstepped his boundaries before.
Oh yeah, a couple times. I mean, it's like nobody I knew, but like strangers. Like I'll be dancing like at a club and dudes just grabbing on me, you know, just manhandling me. I'm like, well, I don't even know you. And, you know, I'm just dancing, trying to be cute all by myself, and they instantly think that's like a green light to just come behind you and be like, So it definitely happened to me multiple times, but it was like from strangers and shit. But yeah, nobody that I knew. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know we winding down on time. So for our very first conversation, because I feel like we're gonna talk more, we're gonna build more.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm here to support you. And we're going to get more of these off. So
Thank you.
The final question that I always ask, like, rising artists when I first talk to them is, like, what's that defining moment when you know you made it?
Damn, that's a good question. I feel like when you do a show and them people is singing word from word, like, you don't even got to say a word. Like, I see so many artists who do that, like, who can just get on the stage and they just presence, just light up the room, and then, like, you start singing and everybody... and saying word from word. I feel like that's when you really made it. Like, I guess that's a powerful moment too. Like, I feel like that's when you made it though. When the crowd know you and they fuck with you for real. So yeah. That's it.
I don't know why you been giving me Cardi B vibes.
Oh my God! Everybody say that like you the R&B version of Cardi B. I'm like, man, I literally act like this since I was born. Like people like be calling me from high school like you ain't changed. Like you ain't changed the same. You still the same. And I'm like, yeah. Why the fuck would I change? That's
dope. You got an amazing personality.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Do I have time to ask about this Mexican question? Because that really, I really wanted to know that. She said her mom was Mexican. That's two different questions.
Oh, okay, so what's the question before you, like...
It'll be quick.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay, I just wanted to know, like, the culture. Like, do you feel like if that's some type of advantage because now you have two different cultures to pull from?
Oh, this is a good question. I can answer this one.
Okay. So you mentioned that your mom is Mexican, and... I wanted to know, like, do you see that as an advantage when you're approaching music, that you have opportunity to pull from two different cultures? Yeah,
that's another big thing that I wanted to tap in was the Spanish side, like my Mexican side, and like being able to have two markets, like the Spanish and, you know, Black, was crazy because I want to start doing songs in Spanish. I want to tap into that side, and it's just, I feel like an advantage for me to grow up with my mama. You know, she played all the Spanish music, and like forced us to talk to her in Spanish, and like my mama speak broke English, so but when she came to America she couldn't speak nothing. But she, after being here for a while, she picked up English. So I'm like, why wouldn't I like tap into that market? Like I feel like it's an advantage for me to be,
I feel like it's dope.
Yeah.
Like I see it now. Like I see it. I see the full picture. I see.
Yeah, being able to do two worlds. Yeah.
I just see like you. I see the full. What's like we sitting in front of greatness right now. Like
thank
it's a lot.
you.
It's a lot. So yeah, I appreciate you for taking the time out here to come out here on the South Side and rock it with us. Man.
Thank you for having me. Thank
no
you.
problem.
Yes.
I see you right on, bad one.
Hey. What's up? What's the word?
I wanted to live my life.
I got informed.
I got vaccinated. These are our stories.